What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with some more Toysrus news and updates, and today is very exciting. So last year we took a look at the return of Toysrus through Macy's and their holiday toy book. Now, it wasn't necessarily the return of the iconic Toysrus big book like we're used to in all the years past, but it was the brand new Toysrus Macy's holiday book, and they have returned this year once again, and it is very exciting. And I just figure we'll do the same thing as last year and take a look at the brand new Toysrus holiday book and see what they have to offer, all the different design elements, if there's anything like that calls back to the original Toysrus books, or how they're doing this new book now that they are partnering through Macy's. So I just wanted to do a quick video going over that, and because you guys know I love Toysrus, so I'm always going to share whatever Toysrus news that I can find. And also be sure, if you haven't already, to check out the tour of my brand new Toysrus at my local Macy's. It was a pretty big section. I had a whole full tour of the store. If you guys haven't checked that out already, be sure to do so. It will also be on the screen at the end of this video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what Toysrus has to offer for their brand new Toysrus / Macy's holiday book for 2022.
Alright, you guys, so here we are. I'm going to show you how to get to the actual toy book first. So you go to the Toysrus.com, the Toysrus website. It takes you to the home page right over here. You're going to go ahead and scroll down, and right here on the right hand side you'll see it says download the holiday book. You click that, and then that'll bring you to the PDF, which you can just have pulled up in your web browser, or just save it to your desktop and view it that way. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this is very exciting. The one thing that I will note, I'm not a big fan of this front cover. It's just this hot pink does not scream like holidays or Christmas to me. Where's the red? I don't know why this is hot pink. That's the only gripe that I have. But other than that, you can see the kids on the front cover, and they are looking like they're having some fun playing with some of their toys or whatever. And you can see now at Macy's in very small letters, and then Toysrus, nice, big, and bold, just like last year. I love that Macy's is not taking front and center, and they're letting Toysrus do their thing with this holiday book. So that's very nice. Then on the bottom left, you do have a Macy's logo, but again, just kind of out of the way. The first thing your eye is drawn to is the Toysrus logo. And then you have like a split page right here, and this side says Dear Santa, and you know, this is holidays. This is Jeffrey wearing the Santa hat with a green background and like a wish list that your kids can write to Santa. So I really like that aspect of it. I just don't like the hot pink half. Anyways, this is approximately 19 pages long, so I don't think it's as long as previous years, but either way, we'll jump right into it. And you can see we're starting off with just kind of some of the hot toys of this year, which I don't know who says that, who decides that these are the hot toys. I don't know, but either way, you have a few Barbie things right over here, a couple Barbie color reveal dolls, as well as the mini mansion right here, Minnie Mouse mansion. And then you have some Lego Jurassic World stuff and some random looks like some laser tag guns, the Spider-Man guitar that we took a look at when I did my tour of Toysrus. I showed that off briefly. I love the hot toy list lettering and Jeffrey popping out right over there, and just a couple other random stuff like your Fisher-Price basketball hoops and Pokemon cards, of course. So you got that. Then we'll go to the next page, and that brings you on to Hot Wheels, just right off the bat, going right into Hot Wheels. And this page really reminds me of the previous page did as well, but all of these pages compared to last year's book remind me even more so of the Toysrus toy books of back in the day, with the exception of the front cover. Again, I still don't like the hot pink, but all of these pages here really remind me of just classic Toysrus booklets. So I really love the design that they went for these. So you have Hot Wheels right over here, and just different sets, play sets and whatnot that you have. And then on the right hand side, you have all the different remote control cars, which is pretty cool. And then just see it says ready, set, and then on the bottom it says play. And then on this column here, you have a description of what each one of these vehicles are. And then moving on, you have the Marvel section, which is mostly children's stuff on the left hand side, but then as you get to the right hand side, you do have some Marvel Legend, at least they look like Marvel Legends over here. Oh no, 6-inch mech strike figures, so not quite Marvel Legends. So these are more so just geared towards kids, but either way, you have all the different Marvel stuff here. On the left hand side, it's actually all Spider-Man. It says suit up and save the day, and again, the column tells you what each of these figures are, or like play sets are. And then I think we actually took a look at most of these when we toured Toys R Us the other day. You can see here is the Spider-Mobile with Miles Morales, and then on the right hand side you just get different, you know, Black Panther stuff, as well as like this Iron Man over here, this Baby Groot, the new Black Panther Wakanda Forever Monopoly set. So really cool. I do like that a lot. And then moving on down, you're going to transition from Marvel into DC, as well as PJ Masks and Harry Potter, of all things. Yeah, so moving on, you have just some DC stuff. It says choose your own adventure, there are no wrong answers. And then you have this, oh, can I zoom in? I can zoom in. Perfect. So you have this Harry Potter Wizarding World of Hogwarts Express Train playset. So this looks pretty cool. The train looks a little odd, like the shape of the train, but other than that, looks pretty cool. So moving on from there, like I mentioned, you do have some PJ Masks stuff, as well as Sonic, which I believe you can find all this stuff in store right now. But I really do like what Jakks Pacific is doing. I believe it's Jakks Pacific that's making the Sonic figures. I love what they're doing with like these retro Sonic looking figures, although they keep reusing this figure. He's in like every single set, so not a big fan of the reuse of the figure, but I just love like these old retro style stuff right here, as you can see with like the Studiopolis zone playset. I just love the aesthetics and everything, and how it looks like one of the retro levels. So moving on, we'll go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. We have, it looks like Lightyear, as well as Star Wars and Jurassic Park. I guess that makes sense, at least with Lightyear and Star Wars being on the same page together, because they both take place in space, obviously. And you have some Star Wars Black Series figures right here. And you have a Discovery Mind-Blown Space Planetarium. So really nice, like cross promotion there with everything. So that looks pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about like almost every page is having a white plain background. It's, I don't know, a little boring to me. I would have liked to see a different splash of color besides like white and then this like beige color here. But either way, this is like classic Toys R Us right here. Having the child with the mask, as well as like the little claws here, and then showing the toys around it. Just really, really cool. And I love the little like text bubbles that are popping up all throughout. So moving on from there, we're going to go to board games. So yeah, pretty much all board games with some Pokemon sprinkled in there, as well as Minecraft. So just like a random assortment of stuff. But this is what I like. This page here, you can see like it's not white and beige. You have a little splash of green here, and you know, a little hint of pink here. Just a little variation other than white and beige. I like to see that, and it's really just like classic vintage Toys R Us. So I love that, and you can just see all the different board games that you have here. So moving on from that, we're getting into Nerf, and again, just more splash of color over here with the green, and you have all the different Nerf guns, as well as like the Nerf sports stuff, and some electric scooters and hoverboards. So that is all pretty cool. This is awesome. It's like a glow-in-the-dark beanbag toss, or cornhole, or whatever. This game has like a million names, but that's really cool. It's like glow-in-the-dark. That I like to see that. And then moving on from that, we have your like science learning stuff here. So you have like a model engine, as well as some of the National Geographic stuff, as well as some like other sea monkey fish tanks and whatnot. And then you have Lego over here, which I like this splash of blue over here. Like I said, it's just different variations of color to make it feel lively and just make it feel Toys R Us. But yeah, you have a couple different Lego sets here. Not really any of the popular ones, which is interesting. It's just, yeah, weird assortment of sets to put on here. But anyways, moving on, you have the young girls arts and crafts. So all the bead making and painting and everything like that. And then that leads you into Play-Doh, as well as this Monster Jam playset, which why this Monster Jam playset wasn't with the Hot Wheels stuff, I don't know, but it's on this page with Play-Doh. We had the same thing last year, where it's like some of the stuff made sense and then other stuff didn't. Like why, I don't understand why this Monster Jam playset is on this specific page, but not a big deal. I'm just nitpicking and calling it how I see it. Moving on, we have this really awesome entire page dedicated to Mario and Disney. So that's really cool. I love seeing this. You got this giant Yoshi figure. What is the scale on this? Let's Go Yoshi figure. This looks like a massive Yoshi. I wonder if it's like a 10-inch. I've never seen this before. That's interesting. And then you have, oh man, they're still making this 6-inch Donkey Kong World of Nintendo figure. I bought this figure like 10 years ago when I was working at Toys R Us. So it's funny to see that. And they also have that 6-inch Bowser as well. They came out, that Donkey Kong and Bowser, I think was the first wave of World of Nintendo figures that came out. And yeah, that Bowser is actually pretty hard to find. So it's interesting that they're still making, Jakks Pacific is still making that same exact figure from like 10 years ago. And even this castle is pretty old as well, and this Peach castle is at least like 6 years old, so that's interesting. But you have this really cool Rainbow Road like playset here. I like how that looks. That's pretty cool. So I don't know, is this Hot Wheels? Hold on. Mario Kart Rainbow Road Track. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Hot Wheels since they have a partnership with Hot Wheels. Anyways, moving on from the Mario stuff, you have the Disney stuff over here. So Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, obviously, you just have a different assortment of all of their toys as well. Moving on to the next page, it looks like it's going to be Disney and My Little Pony, and maybe For Real Friends as well. So yeah, those all work pretty well together. Let's see, we have the Encanto playset, so that's really nice to see. Of course, Encanto over here as well. I'm assuming that is going to be the hot toy this year for Christmas. And then you have the Cinderella's Prince Charming Castle right over here. So moving on from that is going to be an entire page dedicated to none other than Barbie, the queen of Christmas. Of course, you have to have the holiday Barbie right over here, and we took a look at those when we toured Toys R Us, and just tons and tons of Barbie. So yeah, your little girl or boy, if they're into Barbies, will not have a shortage of Barbie stuff to pick from this Christmas, because as we saw when we toured Toys R Us the other day, there's a lot of Barbie, and as you can see, this page is just like a sample taste of all the Barbie that is available. Moving on from Barbie, of course, you can't have Christmas or holidays without the LOL Surprise. So you have all the new LOL Surprise stuff here, as well as the mini brands and all the different 5 Surprise stuff. So that is pretty cool. Then moving on from that, we have a very weird assortment of stuff. So you have like the toddler toys with the, you know, the replica babies, and then you have like a little You and Me playset. But then you have like these little role-playing stuff with a vacuum and a shopping cart. Then you have the Fast Lane truck hauler, which we took a look at the other day. Then you have these outdoor toys, and then Animal Zone, and then Imaginarium. So actually, I think what all of this is on this page is like Toys R Us's brand of stuff. You and Me, Fast Lane, Imaginarium, Stats, and Animal Zone. I believe those are all Toys R Us / Macy's exclusive brands. So that's probably what this page is. That's the only sense I can make of like the actual assortment of stuff that's on this page. So that's interesting, and we saw most of this stuff when we toured Toys R Us the other day. I'm going to keep referring to that video. If you guys haven't seen it already, definitely be sure to check it out. But anyways, moving on, we have like the Disney Junior type of stuff over here, as well as like the Nick Jr. and all that. So you have Gabby's Dollhouse, as well as Coco Melon and Peppa Pig with Paw Patrol. No Bluey on this page that I can see. Yeah, no Bluey anywhere, but that's probably on the next page. No. So interesting. But you do have Fisher Price, as well as Thomas the Tank Engine, Baby Shark, and more Fisher Price stuff over here. No advertisement for the ET 40th anniversary, or is it 30th anniversary? Whatever anniversary it is this year for ET, I'm still on the hunt for the Little People ET figures. Moving on, you have Melissa and Doug, as well as Little Tykes, two very, very popular brands with Toys R Us. So I'm sure this year will be no different. You can see the assortment of stuff over there. Oh my gosh, the Little Tykes Cozy Coops, or Crazy Coops, what are they called? No, Cozy Coops. I couldn't see, the letters were too small. The Cozy Coops, yeah, all this stuff, man, bringing back so many good memories from Toys R Us. And I think we're almost done. This was page 18, so yeah, this is page 19, the final page right over here, and that's going to feature none other than Jeffrey the giraffe. I purchased this plush already, and I purchased the Christmas plush the other day. Kind of interesting that they're not advertising the Christmas plush on this back page, but you know, it is what it is. And then you have a couple other random figures as well. And oh look, so spend $50 on any toy purchase and get a holiday Stitch plush for only $10, regular price $30. So that's actually a pretty good deal. And we took a look at this Stitch plush the other day, again when we toured Toys R Us, and it's just Stitch wearing like a little holiday scarf and gloves. But yeah, that's a pretty good deal. If you're already going to be spending the money and you wanted to get this Stitch plus, it'll only cost you $10. And then here is the brand new Jeffrey the Giraffe Macy's Funko Pop, which I did get in the mail, and I'm going to be doing a review on it. That will be my next video tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And I really love this hoodie. I wonder if this apparel is for sale anywhere, because I would definitely buy some of that. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, and then here is the Macy's gift card that we got the other day. I think mine was a little different, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the Toys R Us logo was over here, and the Macy's logo was over here somewhere. But either way, that is pretty cool to see. And Macy's Santaland. Santa Claus is coming to town. Visit our in-person Santaland or virtual North Pole for your chance to hang out with good old St. Nick. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if they're gonna have like a special decorated section, like a whole themed land inside of Macy's. That will be interesting to see, and I definitely can't wait to check that out. So yeah, stay tuned, because I will definitely be checking Toys R Us as well as Macy's again as we continue on throughout the holidays, to be on the lookout for obviously all things Toys R Us, but then this Macy's Santa Land as well. And that is going to do it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, and also be sure to have your notifications turned on for all things Toys R Us, because I cover all Toys R Us, all the way from when they initially closed years ago to all the different phase reopenings, all the way to now with the new Macy's partnership. I cover it all, and there will be a playlist popping up on the screen for you guys to check out. But that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.